just an article, the way it's worded, they really didn't look that hard. They're like, well, the guy should have known better. What the hell is he doing? He shouldn't have gone up there by himself. Really is kind of, other articles have said that. But really, it's strange because that original group of hikers in 59, there's lots of theories, including an attack by Yeti. Right. A lot of that. There's UFO speculation. There's a lot of strange things. And they made a movie called Devil's Pass recently that kind of chronicles a group going up there, much like the original. And same circumstances. They get attacked, things like that. So it'll be interesting. I've always been interested in that area.
Well, it is a really mysterious and strange case. It's kind of, macabre in the way they were found.
Sure.
Kind of twisted and but yet not decomposed because it was so cold, right? And some of them were naked, but apparently that's not uncommon when people are freezing to death. It feels like heat, and they strip off all their clothes and run outside.
I can attest to that. Well,
die even more quickly.
Years ago when I was on the search and rescue team, it was not uncommon to find nearly nude people every now and again because the hypothermia would take over, and next thing you know, they're getting hot because of the hypothermia, and they're stripping down, and then they succumb later on. But, it's not unheard of. In fact, it's very common.
So there's that angle. Remember you had that picture, which really, really kind of looked, pretty strongly from the angle of the photograph, like some sort of, Yeti or Bigfoot creature. But now I have heard recently, I probably just this renewed attention on it as this guy, disappeared. I'm guessing is what brought it back into the news. But they've analyzed that picture and then compared it to some others taken of the group, and it was pretty clearly it was one of the guys from the group just out, away from camp, probably just taking a pee or something.
Yeah, kind of slipped away, did whatever. One thing, it's been well documented, my phobia of dolls, right? Everyone knows I'm afraid of haunted dolls.
And parrots.
And parrots. So much so that our listeners rib me once in a while by threatening to send me haunted dolls in the mail. And no, I do not want them. Thank you very much. But this video that's out there, watch the creepy moment Chucky-like devil doll follows camera with spooky eyes. Normally, I try not to report on these things because they freak me the hell out. But in this video, I watched it, man. It is creepy as all hell. It is creepy. You sit there and you see this doll, right? It's an ugly doll to begin with. But then they're panning the camera in front of it, and its eyes are following the camera.
Could it be some sort of optical illusion?
Well, I'm sure that there's an explanation. I'm sure that it's that, or they put it on, and maybe they put some type of, radio control mechanism inside of it, or what have you. Obviously, those are all plausible explanations. But it's very strange. See, these things freak me the hell out, these dolls. And I don't even know why I subjected myself to this video, but I'm telling you what, a lot of people are watching this video. It's already up to, what is it up to, like 300,000 views or what have you? Yeah, 341,000 views in just 4 days.
And look how creepy. I guess he's in a cemetery?
Yeah, they got him in a cemetery and they're showing him off. Like, look at our creepy doll. We love our creepy doll. The doll.
That is a creepy doll. What's up with the Eddie Munster widow's peak?
I've noticed that a lot on these creepy dolls. I don't know if it's like the new look of the season or something for these creepy dolls, but a lot of them have got the widow's peak going on. Crazy is what that is. The doll is reportedly recorded by a woman in Brazil, and it was since appeared in Mexico media. Users of social media were spooked out by the video, with one commenting, "Doll of the devil." So, other comments claim the doll's eyes were nothing more than a trick of the senses, which is probably the case, more than likely, with one user writing, "It is an optical illusion, that's clear to us, that whole thing," just like you brought up. But nonetheless, it's creepy, and I thought it was noteworthy, because I really get freaked out by dolls, so.
Hey, creepy is creepy.
Creepy is creepy. I have been near creepy before, and that is creepy. So, we got that going for ourselves. So, I don't know. What do you feel about the creepy dolls?
Well, I think it's possible that, like in any inanimate object or even just the environment itself, when you get into the whole, piezoelectric effect and all that stuff, where that energy can be somehow imprinted and even perhaps, stored in inanimate objects, be they rocks or water or a doll for that matter. So I do think it's possible. I think it's a lot less likely that it would be the kind of Chucky thing where it's an actual personality.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
where it's actually, resides within this thing. I think that's a lot less likely. But, I think it's possible that some sort of entity, some sort of supernatural or paranormal energy could, somehow, some way influence a doll, like perhaps any other object. It's just creepier with a doll because dolls are uncanny, because dolls
they're crazy.
They look like people.
They're human analogs, is what they are.
It's exactly what they are.
So it's a representation.
That's why they're
of us.
uncanny.
Exactly. Hey, do you remember a while back where we had the realtor that advertised the home as not being haunted in Texas?
Yes.
Well, another guy now, a Muskowa Cottage comes within 30 days, okay? Get this. He's guaranteeing his house is zombie-free.
Well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he says it comes with a 30-day zombie-free guarantee if you buy this house.
But what happens if the hordes arrive on day 31?
Well, I think you're kind of SOL at that point. At that point, you're kind of
limited warranty.
It's a very limited warranty, and it would seem that really, let's just be honest. I don't see the undead hordes coming alive within the next 30 days, personally. So, anyhow, it goes on to say this cottage comes equipped with all the modern conveniences a family would ever need to survive the zombie apocalypse. 5 bedrooms, a loft, and a bunkle. What is that? A bunkie? What is that? What is a bunkie?
I assume they mean
bunkie.
I assume they mean bunk bed.
Yeah, I would imagine 2 kitchens, and baths, and a sandy beach with a clear view of the water. But buyers just weren't biting on this island cottage Matthew Swan is selling, even though, it sleeps 26, dead or alive.
Wow.
The 63-year-old Misago man applied some brain to the matter. Reasoning that people are drawn to things that frighten them, and zombies being one of them. He has posted a billboard just north of Brechin, Ontario, along Highway 12, advertising his certified zombie-free cottage.
Outstanding. He's an entrepreneur, and he's out there beating the bushes.
Well, I like what he says. People are worried about many things these days. One of the last things they want to be worried about is zombies.
Who can argue with that?
But how is he going to enforce the guarantee, though? Is he going to show up with a shotgun and dispatch them? What do you get with the guarantee?
I would say in lieu of that particular warranty, just give me money.
Yeah, because then he goes on to say the sale comes with a 30-day, 30-night guarantee. After that, the new owner will have to follow their own protocol to ensure the Z-free status.
Yes, you do want to maintain that, don't you?
Well, you do, he says, but I will go over it in detail with them. Plus, it comes with a manual, he promised. Huh. Interesting. So, if you're looking for a zombie-free habitat, that would be the place to buy. So look them up and buy it if you'd like to, and get the 30-day guarantee. Let us know if the zombies do show up before it's over, though. Just so we
I want to hear about it.
Just so we know. So anyhow, we got one more story here. This one comes out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Windsor Bomb Squad called in after ghost hunting device forgotten in a cultural center. Basically, they thought it was a bomb. It turns out that a small black box with a dangling red wire and a little blue light, well, it piqued, left by investigators, it piqued the interest of the Windsor Bomb Squad Tuesday. Yeah, it's not actually dangerous, at least not to the living, I guess, but the Windsor Police Explosive Disposal Unit were called in, to Mackenzie Hall around 7:15 p.m. to investigate the suspicious package. Police determined the package was safe and that there was no evidence of explosive materials.
Well, they don't watch paranormal TV.
Well, evidently they don't, so they go on kind of say that the suspicious package was seen, and of course the general public really is not going to know what a ghost hunting device is, by and large, right? Most of us wouldn't. We wouldn't go, oh, wait a minute, we didn't recognize that. That's a ghost hunting thing. So, and of course they left it there, and I would imagine the spokesman for the Distel Paranormal Society said that the little black box belonged to them. He said that he didn't even realize that the EMF detector, short for electronic magnetic sensor, was missing after society completed a sweep for spirits at the hall last Friday. When police showed up at his door saying, "Is this yours?" he absolutely had to say yes. I said, unfortunately, he can't give it back. They cannot give it back to him because it's been destroyed. But it's okay. It's been replaced at his own expense.
Well, I guess when he left it, that's when he sort of lost claim to it.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing now. If you're a ghost hunting team, that's one of the most important things is to make sure you grab your things. Right? I mean, grab the toys you came with. Make sure that's all picked up. Otherwise, your things may be destroyed by the bomb squad. So
I'll tell you what I tell over and over and over and over my two very absent-minded teenagers, never leave anywhere without thinking about what you may have left behind, and check your pockets. Make sure you have your phone and your keys and your wallet and whatever else you may have come with. Your head. Make sure you have your head.
Exactly.
Every time you leave. And when you're, especially when you're on the road, like you're staying in a motel, I mean, people think I'm nuts. The kids saw me, in action last year when we were in the Pacific Northwest, right about exactly this time of year, about a year ago.
Yeah.
We were in Oregon and Washington. And so every time we were leaving, wherever we had been, I would do a very close check, and under the beds, always very important to check under the bed.
You do. You never know.
Check under the bedding, because things can get wrapped up and mixed up, under the covers. And you got to just check. And if you bring your own pillows and stuff like that, you got to remember that, because that's very easy to leave and forget and get mixed in with their pillows and all. So just be responsible and remember before you leave anywhere to check.
What I do, whenever I go to a hotel room, the first thing I do is a dead hooker check. Make sure there's not one of those hanging around, because, I've heard horror stories. That includes checking in the bed because they like to hide them in the box spring. I'm wise to your game. All right? Wherever there's a dead hooker, it's going to be in the box spring.
Wily dead hooker.
Exactly. Number two, the second thing I check for, of course, sheets with a black light to make sure they're not too grody. You know what I'm saying. You know exactly where I'm going.
Don't want to know.
Well, I know. But that's just me. But then again, I also make sure I do an inventory checklist. Do we have everything? Exactly. Right there. Do we have everything? And if we have everything, we can go on our merry way. So that is what I do when I hit a hotel room. And remember, number one, dead hooker check. Number two, black light. I call it the black light probing of the bedding. You got to know what you're sleeping on. You got to know. And plus, you never know. There could be bed bugs, and they'll also illuminate them as well. Exactly. That is just crazy on my part. I get that. But I have been there, done that. I have not found a dead hooker yet, thank God. I'm 100% dead hooker free. That being said, we got to run to break.